let yourself attune into Kundalini Reiki. Like under, it's called proboards.com. Type into the computer proboards.com, free Kundalini Reiki. Because if this proboard is incorrect, because it sounds similar, maybe it's proboard.net, you will still find it. And there you may attune yourself, let yourself attune into Kundalini Reiki and Gold Reiki, whatever you want, and even get a PDF for free, over the distance. Then you have it, even if you don't believe it. And then you can make experiments with it, If Kundalini Reiki may not heal cancer, things like that, really chronic diseases, but it's fascinating to heat it up. When you have cold hands, especially women, they have always cold hands because that's the way it is. They have very little muscle tissue. Men have a lot of muscle tissue. That's why they're heating up very quickly. It's hot in the room, they open up the window. A woman comes in, she closes the window. Same thing with the heater. Woman turns up the heater, a man comes in, turns down the heater, because that's how way it works. It is like that, When a woman is cold, like, because the blood circulation is like that, she just needs to activate Kundalini Reiki. It is beautiful. It's a beautiful energy. And then, for instance, you're sitting here, like I'm sitting here right now, and you're putting your hands on your lap. And within seconds, you will feel the heat, through your jeans. Or for instance, let's say you have someone that has back pain or something else, and you touch this person after you've activated Kundalini Reiki, after you've activated this, yes, and this person, for instance, is just standing in front of you. He or she may be sitting there. You may sit behind her, so to be relaxed, either standing up or just like I'm sitting, you're sitting behind her, for instance, and you just touch the shoulder by both sides. It goes through the shirt. When you touch this person right underneath the shirt, right here, because women have it there very cold because there's lots of fat, and this is always cold. And when you suddenly put your hands there, and they are already so hot, they will tell you that how hot they are, and it will make them sleepy, because sleep is also a very good medication to heal, So it's wonderful. You just fall asleep. As soon as you're finished with your Reiki, the Reiki will stop, you will feel, suddenly you feel like you're bored, like, that's it. Reiki is done, for this session, Reiki is done. You're done with it, Or you may get some intuition things, and that is, it's wonderful. So this person will fall asleep, or your dog will fall asleep, it's beautiful. And as soon as it's over, automatically they will open their eyes because, and suddenly they feel full vital, full of energy, This is the best thing that there is. Or you're sleeping, you're going to bed, and you're cold because everything is cold. The pillow, everything is cold, Same thing, you activate your Kundalini Reiki and you touch yourself. And you will feel immediately how hot you will get. This is very practical, So, gerade habe ich erzählt, man soll sich zum Beispiel in Kundalini Reiki einweihen. Man kann es kostenlos machen. Leider ist diese Seite nur auf Englisch und da war ich schon mal und da habe ich mich auch in vielen Sachen einweihen lassen. So Reiki Attunement is called, free distant Reiki or Kundalini Reiki Attunement. You may attune yourself in Imara Reiki, then you get those symbols. You have to write those symbols in the air to activate it. Better yet, you can make Kundalini has no symbols at all. So gerade habe ich gesagt, also zum Beispiel Usui Reiki kostet so 400 €, nicht wahr? Die 3. oder 4. Sitzung zum Meister. In normal cases, Usui Reiki costs like the first session. There are actually 3 attunements, and they do not want to make you give it to you over the distance. They want you to come to them. So here in Germany, there are 3 levels, but they've made a 4th one. And I'm sure in 10 or 5 years, they'll make a 5th one. And then comes a 7th one and so on, It's all a money-making thing. All you need is 3 attunements. So, and they like to play God, like the next attunement, we're not going to make it in 3-4 days, we'll make it in 3 months. This is bullshit, But, they are the one giving it to you. But you're the one who's paying them, right? Or you do it for free. So in Germany, for instance, I didn't let myself attune into Reiki, like that is too expensive, If you can get it for free, why should you pay for it, right? And it works just the same as when you pay for it. The first session costs like 240 euros. The second is the doubled. The third one is the fourth times as much, like the first one was 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 1,000 euros. You know, that is for the master, you know, but so genau habe ich genauso gesagt. Also Usui Reiki, wenn du dich einweihen lassen möchtest, in Deutschland zum Beispiel irgendwo, über die Ferne machen die das nicht, weil die wollen das nicht, weil das ist ja so heilig. Dann machen die das lieber direkt, musst du hingehen, ne, bezahlst du dafür, und die spielen auch gerne Gott mit dir, weil der ist ein Meister, ne? Also man sollte Meister nur nennen, die schon jemanden geheilt haben mit Reiki, oder die haben mindestens eine Person schon eingeweiht darinnen. Dann darfst du dich eigentlich Meister nennen, obwohl du hast den Meister schon bekommen, nicht wahr? So the same thing, like someone may be called a master, like Usui Reiki master, for instance, whatever. Then you can only do that, or you should do is when you've attuned somebody already, you know, into that modality, and when you've healed someone already with that energy, you know. But that energy cannot heal chronic diseases, you know. It will do other things. You will have nice feelings. You get nice sensations, you know, like crippling sensations or electricity, or you might see some visions and so on. That's what you may see, you know, depending how far you're advanced in your spirituality, you know. The more you are able to see. For instance, even yet better, when you're a woman, you know, the intuition it gets even sharpened. As soon as you get attuned, or even getting a distant or direct hands-on healing, however, whatever, modality like energy treatment or whatever, your chakras will begin to cleanse yourself. And the wonderful thing is about Kundalini Reiki, I use it for plants, you know, and those plants, they love you for it, because they will grow like crazy, you know. You don't even have to give them any kind of vitamins, you know, like doing it once a week, or like maybe twice or 3 times or 4 times. This is something you're giving the plant, and the plant is going to give you something back. What does it do? What will it give you back? She will give you back the beautiness of the plant, you know, how it starts to grow, you know, and you see it's growing fast, and the leaves are big, and the flowers are beautiful, you know. That she's giving you that, the plant, and it makes you happy, and the plant is going to feel happy about it, you know. This sounds maybe crazy to you, but this is beautiful, you know. Giving energy, visualizing, that is what it is all about, you know. It really happens. But when you visualize things, before I got attuned in any kind of energy, in Canada and here also, I've read one time this book. It's a little pocket book. It's called die neunte Erkenntnis. Yeah, in German it's called die Erkenntnisse des Celestins oder Celestine. Da war mal so ein Buch, sowas, ne? There was one time a book about Celestine, something like, you know, it was a great book. They even made a movie out of it. And I did the same thing that they explained in that booklet. For instance, when you have plants in your garden, sit down, have a you know, relax. When the sun is rising, setting, just stare at your plants, sending it spiritual love, sending it love, visualizing, you know, like your energy is flowing into it, and you're visualizing that this plant is growing. You know, whatever you want to do with it, you know, just do this for 5 minutes. It's a long time, you know, doing something like that for 5 minutes, you know. But on the next day, you're gonna see something wonderful. Like with those tomato plants, I did that once. I had tomato plants on my balcony, you know, about 9 or so, or 19 in pots, and they were all similar. They were all growing in the same state. And then there was only one plant of them with 4 tomatoes, and the time wasn't there yet for them to start blossom, to get fruit on it. You know, there was still a long period of time for them until they're ready for it. They were still small, like about a foot and a half tall. And I gave only one plant that visual energy, visualizing it. I was visualizing it at like an animation, you know, special effect, that it was growing in front of my eyes, to a mature plant, visualizing blossom is coming out, and out of the blossoms there are fruits coming out, the tomatoes. You know, it's a crazy thing to do that, you know, because they're not ready yet, but I did it like that, you know. And then I went in the kitchen. I came back, and yes, the plant looked a little bit, I don't know, maybe there was something different. On the next day, what I saw, I couldn't believe what I saw. All the other plants have grown again, I don't know, a few inches, maybe 3, 4, 5 inches, something like that. My plant didn't grow. Something crazy happened. It started to have blossoms on it, you know, for the fruit. Eventually, that plant, because I visualized it to be like that, stayed in that size. It was like, what do you call these plants? Those miniature plants. I just had it. Simbai, Ombai, Sombai.